Welcome to the Just Being Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better. Who do it better?
We got a few positions already taken care of because I'm bringing my luggage with me. And it's Louis. Okay. It ain't gonna be no more of the mess that these wonderful fans, the student body, and some of you.
Did I just hear a laugh? Let's go back just a little bit. What did he say?
We got a few positions already taken care of because I'm bringing my luggage with me. And it's Louis. Okay.
Did you hear it? That's his son, Bucky, his oldest son, Deion Sanders Jr., who recorded and laughing. Think his dad's so funny. He bringing that Louis.
We got a few positions already taken care of because I'm bringing my luggage with me. And it's Louis. Okay. It ain't gonna be no more of the mess that these wonderful fans, the student body, and some of your parents have put up with for probably 2 decades now. I'm coming. And when I get here, it's gonna be changed. So I want y'all to get ready to go ahead.
He coming. And when he get there, it's gonna be changed. The fans and the parents ain't gonna have to put up with this mess that's been happening over the past 2 decades or so. Because he coming.
Go ahead and jump in that portal and do whatever you're gonna get. Because the more you jump in, the more room you make.
The more you jump in, the more room you damn. This is so disrespectful. I thought he was a Christian man, first of all, Christian coach. You don't even want to see them on the field. Maybe the bad coach or coaches that's been there before you didn't know how to develop like a certain something in someone that could put them over the top. And maybe you could be that person, that coach, to develop them in a category where they're not really lacking. They just maybe didn't see something that you see. That's why you got hired, right? Because you supposed to be a better coach than the last coach. But just to tell everybody, y'all might as well go ahead and jump onto that portal. Make more room for the Louis luggage that I got coming in. That's so disrespectful. You talking to 60, 50, 70 some kids and young men, and without even really seeing who is who, what is what, who's the bad apples out the bunch of this group, and who's the good ones, who's the disciplined ones, who's the undisciplined. Nope, just, hey, y'all might as well go ahead and jump on in that portal because I'm bringing my Louis luggage. And mind you, that Louis luggage he brought, it went 4 and 8. So they went from 1 and 11 to 4 and 8 with Louis luggage. That's some Louis, ain't it?
Because we bring kids that are smart, say that, smart, tough, fast, disciplined, with character. One more time. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined, with character.
Okay, that's see, you already lying to him because yourself, sir, you're not smart. You're not disciplined, and your character is questionable. Very questionable. Jeez, listen. Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host, to do the most, man. Welcome to the Just Being Frank show. We got to cook Deion Sanders scammer's ass up today. I got a good one for you. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got to talk about Deion Sanders in his press conference making excuses. He said somewhere, too, where the punter was a problem. But we'll get into that, right? Also, after that, probably already heard it and seen it. But now we got to react to it. Let's react to it. And the Samoan 81, Deion isn't a Division I coach. That whole staff is terrible. Whole staff's terrible. Oh, stop trouble. Let's get into this. No further ado.
Coach Brennan, great guy, one of the good guys. I don't think there's any guy that coaches in the Big 12 that's not a good guy. I've met all of them there.
Right, yeah, because you glaze every coach you come across. Oh, he's a good guy. Oh, I love him to life. Oh, he's marvelous. Oh, so much respect.
Great character.
Sound the same every week.
Studious, authoritarian type of guys. They're leaders.
Ooh.
They have principles, and then a tremendous amount of structure. I like him tremendously, and I love the job that he's doing there.
Do you? Why do you love the job he's doing there? See, to me, this is just like, what is this? Does other coaches do this? Do they just glaze the coach that they're about to face off, like just for no reason? He probably don't know this coach from a can of paint. Like, he don't know this coach at all, probably. Just played against him a few times, but he don't personally know this coach. Oh, I love him. I love what he's doing over there. What? That's a lie, bro. You doing why you putting shit on tape for? Let's get to the game. You're supposed to be talking about what you're going to do and how you're looking at attacking Arizona.
Coach in history, he's been several places, but he's one of the good guys, and I like what he's doing at Arizona. Students of the Week has a good team. FIFA, I think we played him, I think it's third time, right? Since probably third time since we've been here. Good young man. I remember after the first year, he was rated really high, and he should have been. I think he had a down year last year because of the change of coaching and the change of the offense. But this kid, to me, he's a pro. He could play. He could spin it. He could throw it. You give him time, he's going to make things happen defensively. They get after it. I can recall big corners, long corners. They get your hands on the receivers. It's going to pose a tremendous threat because they get after it on the defensive side of the ball. Students of the Week, Mr. Arnold from Tennessee, John Slaughter from Mississippi as well.
Student of the Week. Who gives a bleep about who is student? Is this elementary? We trying to hear about football, sir, not your student of the week. Who gives out student of the weeks anyways? That's what I mean. The elementary school, they don't even do that in middle school. They don't give student of the weeks. Maybe student of the month, maybe the semester. But every week he do the student of the week. Bro, can you talk football?
Homecoming week and Spirit Day as well. Peggy's the Grand Marshal. Amen. Gotta win. Peggy's the Grand Marshal. Saturday should be beautiful. Colorado, 66-43. What we got here? Soccer, 13-2-3. Awesome with one regular season game left. Kansas is Thursday. Then the team goes to the Big 12 tournament. Volleyball is 18-3, which is unbelievable.
Volleyball? Soccer?
Best record through 21 matches in CU history. Hats off to the volleyball team. Cross country is at the Big 12 championship this week. Friday at Lawrence, Kansas.
And he's just reading it. See, that's another thing. None of this is authentic. He doesn't care about the cross country, the soccer, none of this. So what are you doing? You have no interest in none of that shit. But what are you doing? You act like you putting them on. Come on, man. What the fuck? This is fake all the time.
The men's team is ranked number 5 in the darn country. Women's team 16.
It's ranked number 5 in the darn country. If you really knew this, you should already know this. You wouldn't have to read from the paper. If you was interested in these things, you wouldn't have to read from the paper on who's doing good and what they doing.
Bless them. Hats off to all 3 of those sports.
What you doing? What's about the football program?
Let me start by addressing some stupidity that happened a week ago.
Oh, okay.
That someone tried to make a big deal out of Coach Sapp knocking over the darn pylons. That's our little thing. He knocks them down, I pick them up. That's what defensive linemen do, right? They knock them down, the defensive backs pick them off. So that's our little thing. So that's
Wait. He's not a defensive lineman, and you're not a defensive back. You guys are coaches. And what you just said here is a lie. Warren Sapp been doing that since his career. He's been doing that in his warm pregame when he warming up, stretching. He's been doing that since then. So why did you just bring, first of all, you just lost 53-7. Why are you addressing what somebody said, which I believe is McKenzie from Matt McKenzie said that on his podcast, and maybe a few other people. But my goodness, bro, why are you addressing that instead of how you got your ass whooped and how y'all looking in practice and ready to move on? This is funny to me.
That's what we do. Stop trying to make something out of nothing. And the little situation that you caught me yelling on the sideline, I wasn't yelling at coach about a call. I was yelling about personnel.
When you got to explain, he hasn't even been asked a question. And he's explaining himself. Why are you explaining yourself? What is
Okay, I just want to make it clear. So I was talking about personnel, not the call he made. I respect the calls that coach makes. I think he's one of the best guys in the business. We just got to put us in better situations and do more, and the guys have to execute. But I yell on the sidelines all the time. You know, sometimes I yell positivity. I'm not yelling negativity. Sometimes I get disturbed.
Who cares if you are, sir? You're supposed to. If you getting your ass whooped the way you got your ass whooped and been getting your ass whooped, especially last game, you should be yelling at coaches, players. It would be understandable. But here you are explaining that that's not what you were doing. Like again, I could have been passionate and been positively yelling, you guys don't paint me in such a bad light in my program, that I was yelling like a normal coach would yell at whether it was coaches or players when they getting their ass slapped 43-0 at the half. You should be yelling at people. But here you are saying, oh, no. I was mightily fine with us getting our ass blown out the waters. I was all good with all the coaches, the players, everything that was going on, man.
Upset, but I'm not yelling at the coach. I'm yelling about something else. So that's what that was. I got the utmost respect for Coach Livingston. Rob has done a great job since he's been here, and I respect he and his family. But we got to do better all the way around. Let's go.
Nikki, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Great.
Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. After Utah, how do you approach practice this week to yield the answers you want this Saturday?
First and foremost.
Okay, how you do practice? Because listen, last week when he came out before the Utah game, he talked about how great they did in practice. They had a great week of practice. He had a great time fishing, and everything. Great off week. Great off week. So let's hear what he got to say about these. Oh, I can't wait to go on my cruise in January. Can't wait to go on my cruise in January. But let's get back into this.
This week was a tremendous surprise because of the great practices.
Let's listen. My bad. Go back a little bit.
Let's go.
Nikki, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Great.
Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. After Utah, how do you approach practice this week to yield the answers you want this Saturday?
First and foremost, last week was a tremendous surprise because of the great practices that we had. Hats off to the young men as well as the staff, because we teach our young men to put things behind them, especially plays, and go to the next play. Now you got to put a whole game behind you and go to the next opportunity, and that's practice. And oftentimes you practice a certain way and you play that same way. these young men have responded tremendously, and I'm proud of them that they're putting it aside and say, you know what, we're better than this. We got to focus. We got to lock in. And mate didn't have a great game punting the ball last week. The guy was out there for an hour on his own, just kicking the snot out the ball.
Did this nigga just say the punter didn't have a great showing? Whoa, hold on, wait, bro. Wait.
Yield the answers you want this Saturday.
First and foremost, last week was a tremendous surprise because of the great practices that we had. Hats off to the young men as well as the staff, because we teach our young men to put things behind them, especially plays, and go to the next play. Now you got to put a whole game behind you and go to the next opportunity, and that's practice. And oftentimes you practice a certain way and you play that same way. These young men have responded tremendously, and I'm proud of them.
How can you respond tremendously? You just said they had a great practice before you got your ass kicked. But yet it's hats off to the coaches and the players because they responded for having another great practice. Oh my, like this dude is lost. Hats off to the coaches and the players who had they responded with having great practice. Just like they had great practices when we got our ass kicked. They had another great practice. So shout out to them. Our punter was putting in the work. Did this nigga just say the punter was putting in the work? He stayed an hour after getting kicks in because he know y'all about to get y'all face kicked in again.
Of them that they're putting it aside and say, you know what, we're better than this. We got to focus. We got to lock in. And mate didn't have a great game punting the ball last week.
He didn't have a great game punting the ball. Jesus. That's the first thing you say about your team that got blown out 53-7. You bring up the punter? You literally just did that? The punter? I've never heard a coach really speak about that punter unless they like just shank 4 or 5 kicks in a row, just 20-yard kicks, 10-yard, 15-yard, like just pooched it in the air, and you really like had to answer for that. Like what? It happens here and there for a punter to come off the side of their foot, and but they usually don't have 3, 4, 5 of those during the game to where you have to be like, call out. You're punting. The punting. Maybe the special teams if it was getting blocked all the time, but the punter didn't play good. So is that why you lost? Because your punter didn't pin them on the 1-yard line every time he kicked the ball off to him because you kept your offense just couldn't do nothing because you refused to run the football. You want to put Caden Salters in situations as if he's a passing quarterback and never really put him in those running situations, even though he's a running quarterback. The defense gave up 400 yards at the half. And you talking about the first person that you came who was working on their game who didn't play well. I can't get over the punter. I'm sorry. I can't get past you talking about a punter.
The guy was out there for an hour on his own, just kicking the snot out the ball, just working till Coach Pollock had to tell him to come in. So you like that. You want to see that tenacity out of your team, and that's what we're seeing. And the coaches are holding them accountable, and I'm holding myself accountable as well as the coaches accountable. That's on us.
Not, because let's go. Let me show you how you're not holding yourself accountable. Let me show y'all where he not. Watch this.
Sometimes you practice a certain way, practices that we had. Hats off to the young men as well as the staff, because we teach our young men to put things behind them, especially plays, and go to the next play. Now you got to put a whole game behind you and go to the next opportunity, and that's practice. And oftentimes you practice a certain way and you play that same way. These young men have responded tremendously, and I'm proud of them that they're putting it aside and say, you know what, we're better than this. We got to.
These young men has responded tremendously, and they put it again. To me, it's not the young men. Yeah, they was out there, they the players, but it seemed like y'all was so unprepared, which is all on you. You can be a good player. The other team got good players. You got good players, they got good players. Who's properly prepared? That's what it really ends up coming down to. Who's more prepared? Who's the better coach? Who can make adjustments on the fly? Who can do this? Who can get the best out of their team? Who has the best game plans? And so on and so forth. So really, it should have been not the player, like how they responded. No, they had a good practice the week before. You're the one that was out fishing. You was out fishing. So while you was out fishing, what was they doing on the bye week? They probably smoking weed, partying, getting their dick wet, all kind of shit. They was doing the most. You couldn't have practice, right? You didn't have practice without you, right? So if I take it, if you fishing, there's no practice. If the head coach is taking off instead of trying to know every and anything what's going on, especially you're facing a top opponent like Utah in your division, in your conference. That's crazy work that you – no, wait. They in the Pac-12? I mean, not the Pac-12. The Big Ten now? Utah might be in the Big Ten. They're not in the Big 12. I don't think so. Y'all let me know in the chat. But it just amazes me how he has no accountability until after they did this, did that. Yeah, now I hold myself accountable too.
Focus, we got to lock in. And Mate didn't have a great game punting the ball last week. The guy was out there for an hour on his own, just kicking the snot out the ball, just working till Coach Pollock had to tell him to come in. So you like that. You want to see that tenacity out of your team, and that's what we're seeing. And the coaches are holding them accountable, and I'm holding myself accountable as well as the coaches accountable. That's on us. We got to put the kids in a better situation. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach Harrison Simeon, Buffs SI. After Saturday, you talked about how leadership and preparation starts with you guys and the coaching staff. After a loss like that, have you given any thought to changing responsibilities to better suit the team at this point?
Well, you always do that. We do that from game to game anyway.
Let me address this comment. 3179 says Colorado got blown out because Utah is good, and they were pissed off about losing to BYU. Blame it on the sorry Punter. And Utah, they good. They definitely they are right. They're not world beaters. They're not Georgia. They're not even Texas. They're Utah. They're good. Like you said, they're good. But they shouldn't blow you out like that. They shouldn't blow you out like you're North Dakota State and they're Alabama. That's how they blew Colorado out. Yeah, no, it's way more than that.
It's not something that we don't do. We just don't tell you all the time.
They didn't even have their starting quarterback. They had a true freshman starting. First start. How you lose 53-7 with a quarterback? This is his first time out there starting. He played before. He came in the game and mixed it up, but starting the game out.
We do it. We do that anyway. So we're always looking to improve in every area of getting the guys prepared. Not only that, what's being called from play to play, situation to situation. You probably don't know this, but we have a run game, pass game coordinator on both sides of the. So that's being challenged all the time, and I challenge these guys all the time, and I challenge myself all the time to get it right. We just got to get it right. We're not achieving what we're capable of achieving at this point.
Right, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Brian Halbel, the Daily Camera. I have a couple questions for you. After the game, you mentioned you wanted to find out the whys.
Right.
Did you find out some answers as you were going through?
Most definitely.
And what were some of the things
I
you
don't want
found?
to share those.
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely I found out the whys. We sat there as a staff and watched the whole, not the whole game, we watched half the game together the next morning at noon.
Whoa, wait. You didn't watch the whole game. You just wanted to see how you it wasn't no need to watch the I got your ass whooped so bad, you just quit in the second half and you didn't need to look at nothing in the second half, huh? Because it was already 43-zip in the first half. So you just wanted to see where you went wrong, where it snowballed at, and you fixed the why. So you fixed the why. Because again, what the reporter is asking last week, Deion said he doesn't know why these things are happening, why they're losing, why they're so bad. Then he's asking, did you find out the why? Yeah, we figured it out. Yeah. All right, we're going to see.
Then I want to just as a follow-up to that, this offense obviously has not been, super explosive. I think 24
Right. Both sides of the ball hadn't been explosive.
Yeah.
Okay. Not just the offense. The defense has been giving it up as well. So let's not just target one side of the ball. As well, we was horrible on special teams as well this past week. I think for the first time all year we.
Damn, coach. But damn, coach, it seems like y'all horrible on everything there, coach. Damn. You was bad at special teams, bad on offense, bad on defense. Well, what's left? What's left is there to be bad at in football? What's left? So y'all just bad then, huh? He said it, not me. Y'all be calling me a hater. This man just called it everything. Hey, listen, don't just point out the offense is bad. My defense is bad. My special teams is bad. But I got Louis luggage. Everything is bad in his bag in Louis luggage. But
hadn't been consistent. So it's not just one area that I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about all areas.
This dude. You should be concerned about your coaching area and not your staff. You are the HNIC. You're the main responsible guy.
Hey, Coach. Pat,
how you doing, my man?
Nice to see you.
Did we just talk yesterday?
We did.
I know we did.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Again, to these reporters, whoever these people are, they asking some softball-ass questions. This dude, you see what a video I played, he's so arrogant and such a narcissist. They should really be attacked. He done said so much shit. We coming. Oh, do you believe? Oh, this, that, and the other. Shador, we gonna pull an Eli. It's like he swear he's that guy in this coaching world. He's that guy when it comes to him playing football. But man, this dude and nobody pull his card. Nobody will pull his card. Like you, at some point, it's got to be you, bro. You got to look in the mirror. Some point.
You're saying that you weren't going to sugarcoat things with your team and everything. What was your message to your team? And how did you give them truth?
At what point? At what point?
Just at the meetings and what you saw and what you went through and finding consistency.
After the game, you got to understand I'm a little.
No, he ain't staying after the game. See, again, he said after watching film, so on and so forth, like seeing what you need to fix.
I'm a little deterred, so I'm going to speak what's on my mind, what's fresh on my mind. I don't even remember everything I said. I'm pretty sure it was recorded because that's what we do. That's what media does as well. Coming in
what you said.
Monday morning and today.
And maybe that's the problem. You record every fucking thing. Idiot.
It's been a approach just to challenge them on certain things. You got to know your team. You got to know what they could stand. You got to know how to push them, where to push them, when to push them. You got to know what you're dealing with. And I know my young men, I know the coaching staff, I know what's inside this locker room and inside this program. So I know what buttons to hit personally. And I'm trying to hit every button we can up until that game on Saturday.
You keep missing the buttons, I guess. You hitting all the wrong buttons, sir.
Hi, Coach. Adam Tiger,
How you doing, sir?
24/7 Sports. The offensive line had been playing well this season.
Yeah.
Was there kind of a common theme to their issues that they had on Saturday?
They just didn't get it done. It's one of those games. They just didn't get it done. It's like those games they get it done. It's one of those games they didn't get it done. So you can't just pinpoint one thing and say this is why they didn't get it done. It don't work like that. Sometimes you have great play in this area and not great play in that area. That just happens to be a game that we didn't have great play in any area.
But the line was being bragged about as if there was one of the top protecting lines in the country. And so, no, when you're usually that, you don't get dominated at the, you don't just, they just play bad that game. No, it's consistency. A whole line, did everybody just play bad or you didn't have them right? As far as, again, you putting them in bad situation when everybody blitzing and you don't have your protection correct.
Coach Jack Carlo.
My man, always a pleasure.
How are you? Appreciate the time again, Coach. You mentioned new mate there, getting some extra work
right.
in. Just overall, just what have you seen from this team? I guess it wasn't fun playing right back.
No, we didn't hear Pete. I didn't want to hear Pete, on the way back. And I told him I've been not hear laughter or joy, anything, because we've got our butts kicked. These guys understand the assignment. They understand the mission. It was one of those days that it just didn't work. You got your butt kicked. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't placate it. It is what it is. Now, guess what? Let's flush the darn toilet and let's move on. And that's what we've done. We flushed the toilet and moved on. Because going back from Iowa State and what we just did, that's two different teams. That's two different teams up with us, not them. Forget the opponent. I'm talking about that's two different things that you saw. Now, we got to get back to that former team and then improve on that. And we're very much.
Well, then don't go fishing and not have practice and let everybody just be off like y'all accomplished something. Yeah, how you only got 3 wins and you beat an Iowa State team that's not a world beater. They won't be ranked. They're probably going to lose the rest of their games for the rest of the season. They might win 1 or 2 more games. Like, they're going to have a bad record. So it's not like you beat a team that's a real good team, that's a playoff contending team. You beat a team that was predicted to be a good team, but hey, that's just predictions. That's just projections. They on paper they look good, but in person and on the field they're not so good. Their record shows they're not so good. So you beat a team that's all right, and now you was coming up against a team that's a little better than all right. They got action at possibly making the playoffs, but they already got 2 losses. So again, this isn't even a team that's world beaters either, but they are a well-coached, well-oiled machine type team, and you should know this. So you using your bye week to go fishing and let the players on Colorado had a week off or the day or 2, 3 off while you go fishing and relax them 9 toes, 8 toes, then you've been exposed. So you're talking about, let's get back to doing, how about you get back to work, sir? How about get back to work? You should have never took off work, sir. And wonder why your kids look that bad.
Much capable.
John, go ahead.
John Treach, 9 News.
How you doing, John?
Coach, as someone who's competed and fought for everything in your life,
Right.
do you find it especially challenging to reach a team that may not be wired that way?
I'm not going to say they're not wired that way. You just got to ignite them in certain ways, not only the young men, the coaches. See, you guys think you're only coaching young men. You're coaching coaches as well, and you got to get them on that same frequency as well to want it all and don't settle. I'm not a settler, man. I don't settle. Like, you know, when I went for contracts, when I played, I wanted what I wanted. I'm not coming back down to settle in the middle. No, if I ask you for that, that's what I want. So, because I'm going to work my butt off and prove that I'm capable and I'm worth that. So,
working your butt off is fishing. When you're 3-4, working your butt off is fishing.
We want that same mentality. In that locker room, do we have everyone in there on that page? No, I don't think anyone does. But we're working towards that. That was a tremendous bump in the road, and we're trying to put that behind us. And let's move on. Let's go, because I know we're capable.
I'm not putting nothing behind us until we go. See, this is what I say. He's definitely not a good coach. I'm putting this in my kids' face, in my players' face, because I'm a coach. If we lost that bad, I'm bringing it up. We watching film of it every damn day. We're going to watch film of that and, of course, of what we need to do better and so on and so forth. But you're going to watch how I'm going to get clips up of how you just stunk it up and look like a fucking piece of shit. I'm not going to let you forget how shitty you was. And I wish you would go back and have another and wet the bed again like that. I wish you would. I'm gonna make you sick of this, and you're gonna go do something about it. You're gonna go want to put something much better on tape. Yeah, because I'm gonna keep exposed. Look at you. Look at your silly ass. Look at you. Look at this. Rewind. Look at you. Look at you. What are you doing here? Yeah, I'm not. Oh man, I wouldn't let it down. But we're gonna flush it, and we're gonna move on. And we responded great with a great days of practice. You really that stupid? Are you really that dumb, sir? They ain't responding till they go out and play Saturday. And how they play, how you prepare them to play. That's the biggest thing. How you prepare them to play, sir.
Goals from Ralph Report. After the game, you said you told the team and you told media the cat's out of the bag and you gave away the blueprint. Is that something that you feel that your guys have really taken to heart, and how challenging is it to kind of go and make adjustments to fix the issue?
Let me tell you what I was talking about. I was talking about the blitz. Okay, if you recollect the game, you hit a couple big plays early on that we had. They stopped the blitz.
No, that's not what you're saying. You're saying that the cat's out the bag, that you can't protect against the blitz. You, again, like, you just give up on your team. So for you to even say that last week, guess the cat's out the bag. We suck at protecting the blitz. Can't be fixed. Guess they're going to get us. Now you knew that was stupid that you said that, so you're trying to right now clean that dumb shit up. Yeah, what I had meant was, what I was saying was, we had a few wide open guys. We just got to hit those, and when we hit those, cat won't be out the bag. We gonna stick cat back in the bag.
Because you had guys right there. We just got to hit them. We just got to get the ball to them. We just got to protect. We got to do some things that we're capable of doing to stop the onslaught. And they stopped it. I know darn well we blitzing and they hit us and bleed us down the seam for a touchdown or explosion. You're going to stop that. Now you got to blitz in certain occasions, not every occasion. So we understand football. We welcome that. It's not like it was broken. We had an answer. We just didn't get to it. We just didn't.
You didn't make no sense. Just bunch of word salad. He asked you, what did you mean on cat was out the bag? And you with all of this word salad. Instead of just sticking to, hey, I meant shit. We have a problem against the blitz.
Do what needed to be done on those particular plays. No excuses for that.
Coach, how you doing?
Great.
Scott Proctor at DMVR. You guys have had 3 road games now, and I think each of them haven't gone up to your expectation, kind of your standard.
Right.
Why do you think that is? Have you kind of noticed a different team on the road versus this year?
I think it's a different team that night.
How do you think that is?
I don't think the road has nothing to do with it. I think it's night. That's what I think, and we gotta fix that. We gotta figure out ways around that. But let me tell you something, man.
No, he didn't just say that. This dude is so tone deaf. Did he just say it's not the 70, 80,000 people that come to the games that cheer for us to lose, cheer for their team to win and boo us to lose? It's not that. No, it's not the pressure that's put on to win on somebody's home turf. And a lot of kids, you got to deal with the opponent playing at their best because they get uplifted by the fans, right? So a lot of times when you go into somebody's house, you got to play them. You better quiet them fans quickly because that can give them momentum and motivation to play at their top peak. So no, it's not none of that. It's the difference between morning, afternoon, and night. Oh, this nigga said it's the difference between morning, noon, and night on if we good or not. That's hilarious. Again, you should never want to go play for somebody who can't win games because it's nighttime. Why would you even want to put that in your kids' minds? The national title game is held at night. So you just basically told the whole nation, I will never be able to win a national title game because I don't know how to prepare my team to play for night games. We're terrible when it comes to having to play at nighttime. And again, this shows your lack of being able to coach. This isn't X's and O's coaching. This is planning the mapping shit out coaching, management of players and how they spend their time and being prepared to play at night at a 9 o'clock game. What are they doing during out the day? What do you have them doing? What do you have them doing during the day? Because I would have it mapped out of what we doing. We eating breakfast at this time. We watching film at this time. We doing walkthroughs at this time. We taking a nap at this time. I'm talking about we gonna all take a nap. You hear me? I'm taking electronics, everything. Yeah, from grown ass men. All that's getting shut down. We taking naps at 3, 4 o'clock. We're going to get up at 7, 8, go get our breakfast, watch some film, do a walkthrough, go take a fucking nap. Wake up at 4 or 5, get to this facility, get our shit on, get out there, do some more walkthroughs, yada, yada, yada. To use it's too dark outside for us to play. I don't understand how Colorado don't fire this dude just off the things he says. Like he says things that's just not a championship winning mentality type of coach would say. Oh, let's blame it on nighttime. Yeah, blame it on nighttime, man. On night games, man. We just can't. Do you know how? Okay, I coach teenagers, AAU basketball. We go to tournaments, and it don't matter. Sometimes big-time tournaments, right? You can go big-time tournaments, the World Disney tournament out in Orlando. You can go to the Jam On It's out in Utah. You can it's all kind. Your schedule, you can't. You might get a 8 o'clock in the morning game, 8 a.m., 7:30 in the morning, where most kids like to stay up, play. They don't go to sleep till 10, 11, 12. They got to get up and play a game that early in the morning. You know how hard it is to get them ready? and to make sure, hey, y'all get your rest, all of that. You have to know how to manage that. If you let your kids, you go out of town, and you can have a good ass team, and you let your kids stay up all night and be on their phones and bullshitting around, and they got a 7 a.m., 7:30, 8 o'clock game in the morning. They don't get, and they play against a team that's well rested, well prepared, locked in, ready to go. You're gonna get your ass whooped. You can have better talent than them. You're gonna mess around and get your ass whooped because you're not prepared. So that's just all this says is Deion isn't prepared to be a head coach for a D1 school. He's a fool. He doesn't know how to coach a team who has a night game. That's ridiculous. Shout out to AW. I'm going to rewind that for you. Just in case you just came in, hear this nigga say this one more time. That was crazy.
Things that we're capable of doing to stop the onslaught. And they stopped it. I know darn well we blitzing and they hit us and bleed us down the seam for a touchdown or explosion. You're going to stop
a little
that.
Too far, my bad.
Now you got to blitz in certain occasions, not every occasion. So we understand football. We welcome that. It's not like it was broken.
You understand.
We had an answer. We just didn't get to it. We just didn't do what needed to be done on those particular plays.
Yeah,
no excuses for that.
Okay, thank you. Here we go.
Coach, how you doing?
Great.
Scott Proctor at DMVR. You guys have had 3 road games now, and I think each of them haven't gone up to your expectation, kind of your standard.
Right.
Why do you think that is? Have you kind of noticed a different team on the road versus at home this year?
No, I think it's a different team that night.
How do you think that is?
I don't think the road has nothing to do with it. I think it's night. That's what I think. And we gotta fix that. We gotta figure out ways around that. But let me tell you something, man.
So again, you can't fix that, so you don't know the answer to that? Because that's what he's looking for, an answer. Why you guys look terrible on the road? You say it's night. Okay, well, then what is the problem with the night? What's going on? Expound on that. Don't just let me tell you something, man, and go off into some other shit. No. Why aren't you good at night then? Because that shouldn't have nothing to do with the players. Why aren't you good at night games, coach?
Let it be made. We're not making the plays. And we got to hold everybody in that locker room, including myself, accountable for not making the plays. You see them. They're there to be made. We got to make them. We got to do much better. And that starts with practice. It starts with the mentality. That starts with the hunger and the thirst to be great at something or to defeat your opponent.
He just like to talk. It's not the hunger and the thirst and to be great and determination and the motivation of the explanation and the dilation of the foundation.
Every week we talk about one-on-one matchups, who's going to beat their opponent. Okay, it's one thing that you dominate your opponent, but as a team, are we collectively beating our opponents? If you win in your one-on-one, he's winning his one-on-one, but we got 8 other guys and 9 other guys get their butts kicked, it don't make sense. We got to collectively do what needs to be done to come out victorious.
Appreciate it.
We better than that.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was just curious, you mentioned after the game the other day that you were surprised because of how good a week of practice you guys had. I remember players saying after the Iowa State game similarly that was the best week of practice you guys had to that point.
The way this nigga be having his fingers, is he something wrong with his hands too? Is his fingers something wrong? Are they stiff? Like, what is it? That shit, this is weird. Like, do that on your table. It just feels weird too. Like fucking. Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, that's weird. Loosen up. Loosen your fingers, bro. Can you bend them motherfuckers? They just like this just the whole time.
And it kind of translated to Saturday. What was different about this week that it didn't translate the practices over to the game day?
Second play of the game, which went for a touchdown. Then you get the ball on offense and you 3 it out. Then they go again, it's touchdown. Then you get the ball on offense and you 3 it out. Like that kind of stuff, that's, you got to have the strength to stand up to that and to bounce back and to fight back and say, no, we got this. you know, even if we don't have success on this down or this play, we got this. We got another opportunity when we get back out there. You got to have that mentality that no matter what happens, we're going to be all right. And we can't break. We could bend, but we can't break. Unfortunately, we broke.
Hey, Coach. Shane Holcomb, Scobo Sports. I just want to get your comments on, recently we've seen a theme across the college football landscape where, you know, teams are moving on from their coaches faster than ever.
Yeah,
do you think that, you know, these schools and fan bases have lost the sense of patience in the process of building something?
Well, there's no one patience in this world. How do we exude patience when we could call up right now and get a pizza delivered right here? That you could call and get a ride waiting outside for you. Everything is expeditious.
What? That's just a crazy analogy because you can always call and get a pizza, my nigga. It's been delivering pizzas since I was born. You can get a pizza delivered to the crib at any time. You can always get a ride to it. It's a thing called a taxi service. That's been around before my time. I know what he means, but I'm just saying this is just how phony he is. This is just how unauthentic he is. Because he think he sounds smart, but he sound dumb. He trying to sound smart, but he sound dumb. You know, now it's microwave everything. You know, you can call up and get a pizza right now, delivered right here. You can call up a ride, it'll be outside. We've been able to do that, dumbass.
In this country, everyone wants the quick fix, the quick things. You got mail order brides too, right? You get married, you know, right away. You could get a BBL. You could come in here flat as I don't know what, and leave thick as a Snicker. So it is.
Christian man, him again. He's trying to make this. Let's go back. Listen to his analogies. Look at him putting. You can do this, and he talking about BBLs. Why you talking about asses, bro? Where your mind at? We talking about football, and here you are in senior. I know you bringing analogies and you trying to say this is that, but you're doing very bad all the way.
Offense, and you 3 it out. Then they go again to touch.
Recently, we've seen a theme across the college football landscape where, you know, teams are moving on from their coaches faster than ever.
Yeah.
Do you think that, you know, these schools and fan bases have lost the sense of patience?
Again, instead of telling him, hey, you think you keep doing this, man, you think your job won't be on the line?
In the process of building something?
There's no one patience in this world. How do we exude patience when we could call up right now and get a pizza delivered right here? That you could call and get a ride waiting outside for you. Everything is expeditious in this country. Everyone wants the quick fix, the quick things. You got mail order brides too, right? You get married, you know, right away. You could get a BBL. You could come in here flat as I don't know what, and leave thick as a Snicker. So
he goes into mail order brides and BBLs. Oh yeah, I got you.
This is a different country that we live in, man. Ain't nobody got no patience no more. I understand that, and I don't either. I don't have patience as well. I want things done right now because I'm used to getting up there working, putting in the work, and you want the results from the work you put in. It don't oftentimes work like that. That's a great question. I appreciate that.
Bullshit, it don't. You put in the work, you usually get the results. It don't work like that. No, yeah, it do. It's what type of work you putting in, sir? All right, what type of work you putting in? That's where it go. What type of work you putting? You putting in that Kobe Bean Bryant work, 4:30 a.m. wake ups? Huh? Because no, he didn't get to being over Jordan, but I can tell you what.
It's a simple question. I've heard you say this a bunch of times.
It's the next best thing. It's the next best thing. See, that hard work paid off into greatness. So again, if you've been working so hard and you doing the work, then yeah, you should get what you earn.
I'm holding myself accountable.
Yeah.
How does one hold oneself accountable?
You check everything in the house. You start off with yourself to make sure you're putting in the time and the necessary efforts that you need to, and the knowledge, as well as the players. You just checking yourself. Now you go down and you checking all the coaches to make sure what's being taught is the right thing, it's the right way, and they're checking the efforts of the young man, and we're watching enough film to make sure we're doing the right thing, we're calling the right thing, we put them in the proper situation. Then you go down and check the young men to make sure they're doing their jobs and they want this.